What in the Hollywood is going on with Justin Bieber's career? Imagine being one of the biggest global pop stars of the last 2 decades, dropping a brand new album, and instead of it dominating the charts like everyone expected, it collapses in sales so fast that even insiders are left in shock. That's exactly what just happened, and today on Celeb Juices, we're diving deep into the celebrity drama surrounding Justin Bieber's album crash, the shocking numbers, what fans are saying, and how this all ties into the bigger picture of the music industry. But before we get into the juice, thank you to all our amazing subscribers who keep us growing every single day. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, and every like, comment, and subscription really helps push this channel forward. If you're new here, welcome to the family. This is where we break down all the latest gossip, speculation, and Hollywood scandals. Now let's get into the shocking collapse of Justin Bieber's album sales. The reality check: Justin Bieber's newest album was supposed to be another win for him. Fans thought he'd dominate charts the way he did back in the Purpose and Justice eras, when every track felt like a global anthem. But instead of a victory, the numbers revealed something completely different. In just the second week of release, Justin's album dropped by a jaw-dropping 57%. That's not a dip, it's a collapse. A crash so steep it sent ripples throughout the entire entertainment industry. People started asking, what went wrong? How could someone who once set the standard for global pop success suddenly find themselves in this position? To put things into perspective, in its first week, Justin's album sold just 6,000 physical copies in the United States. By week 2, that number fell to only 1,000. For context, back in the early 2000s, major artists were selling up to 1.5 million physical albums in just their first week. Fans used to line up outside stores for CDs. And now, 1,000 physical copies for one of the most recognizable stars in the world. So here's the question: is this just a bad release window, or is Justin Bieber's music losing its cultural impact? Let me know in the comments if you think this is a temporary flop or a sign of something deeper. And while the numbers are brutal, the story gets even more complicated. The single that fizzled out, Justin's lead single, Daisies, seemed promising at first. It actually hit number 1 on iTunes. But here's the catch: it stayed there for just 1 day. After that, it fell off quickly, exposing how fragile the hype around this project really was. This quick rise and fall wasn't just disappointing for Justin, but it raised questions about how fans are connecting, or not connecting, with his new music. Is it the sound, the promotion, or maybe even his public image in 2025? We can't ignore how celebrity drama influences music sales. Think about it. Selena Gomez just celebrated her 33rd birthday with Taylor Swift by her side, and she's been winning over the public with both her vulnerability and her confidence. Meanwhile, fans constantly compare Justin's artistic choices with those of his ex, Selena. Whether fair or not, it plays into the narrative. Do you think fans secretly want Justin to go back to his pop-driven hits, instead of the R&B direction he's leaning into now? Drop your thoughts below. I'm really curious what side you're on. Promotion problem or personal struggle? Here's another huge factor: promotion. In past years, a Justin Bieber album release was an event. Remember when he'd pop up on Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Saturday Night Live? Those appearances made his releases feel bigger than life. But this time, he skipped all of that. No big talk show performances, no memorable viral interviews, barely any late-night energy at all. And fans noticed. The buzz that usually surrounded his albums was just missing. Why? Some insiders suggest it might be tied to Justin's social anxiety. He's spoken openly about how difficult public appearances are for him, and if avoiding promotion was a way to protect his mental health, that's completely understandable. But the trade-off is clear. Without that push, the album struggled to make noise. This raises an important question: can an artist at his level still thrive without playing the traditional publicity game? Especially when celebrities like Kylie Jenner and Hailey Bieber are constantly in the spotlight, using media attention to their advantage, Justin's low-key approach stands out even more. Changing music landscape. Another part of this story is bigger than Justin. It's about how the entire music world has changed. Back in the day, success was measured by album sales. Today, it's all about streaming. But even then, Justin's numbers weren't what people expected. Yes, Streaming gave him about 70,000 units, but compared to the massive expectations for someone of his stature, that was underwhelming. And fans are brutally honest about it online. Some say his new music feels disconnected, while others argue he's simply out of step with what younger audiences want. Meanwhile, new stars are popping up every single week, fighting for attention in an oversaturated market. It's a reminder that even global icons like Justin Bieber, or even Zendaya if she were to release an album tomorrow, face intense competition. Fame doesn't guarantee musical relevance anymore, it has to be earned over and over. So, let me ask you, do you think Justin is struggling because of the industry changes, or because fans just don't vibe with this new era? Fan perception and celebrity image. One thing that keeps coming up in fan conversations is Justin's public image. Some supporters have complained that he seems colder and less approachable in public these days. Whether that's true or just perception, it affects how people feel about supporting him. This is where celebrity drama plays a big role. Look at Hailey Bieber. She's been under constant fire online, often linked to comparisons with Selena Gomez. Fans speculate that the negative press around Hailey might be rubbing off on Justin too, hurting how people view him and, by extension, his music. Meanwhile, other celebs like Timothée Chalamet or even Kardashian figures like Kylie Jenner manage to use public scandals to their advantage, staying in the headlines and keeping people curious. Justin seems to be doing the opposite, keeping quiet, staying private, and ironically, that silence is costing him relevance. Do you think his marriage to Hailey Bieber, and all the drama surrounding her, plays a role in his album's flop? Artistic evolution or wrong direction? Let's talk about the music itself. Justin's always been known for catchy, upbeat, pop-driven hits. But this time, he went heavy into R&B and hip-hop. For him, it's clearly about growth and finding authenticity. But here's the risk. The fans who grew up with Baby and Sorry might not be the same ones who want slow, moody R&B. That disconnect could explain why his core audience didn't show up. Other artists like Lady Gaga have managed to reinvent themselves and still dominate. Insiders even predict Gaga might snag Album of the Year at the Grammys this cycle. The question is, can Justin pull off a similar reinvention, or has this direction alienated his fanbase too much? Bigger picture in Hollywood. When we zoom out, Justin's struggles highlight how unpredictable the entertainment business has become. Today, being an artist isn't just about making music. It's about being an entrepreneur, understanding social media, planning strategies, and adapting to constant changes. Think of Zendaya balancing acting with fashion influence, or the Kardashian clan always staying on top of scandal-driven headlines. Celebrity relevance now depends on adaptability, not just talent. And Justin Bieber's situation shows how quickly the tides can turn. One moment you're on top of the world, the next you're fighting to stay relevant. So here's the million-dollar question. Is this just a temporary setback for Justin, or is his pop star era officially fading? Let's recap. Justin Bieber's new album saw a massive 57% drop in its second week, selling only 6,000 physical copies in the first week and then falling to just 1,000. Streaming helped but wasn't enough. The single Daisies fizzled after just one day on top. Promotion was nearly non-existent. His pivot to R&B has divided fans. And questions about his public image and personal choices are fueling speculation about his future. At the same time, this is just one chapter. Many legendary artists have had flops that later became cult classics. Justin still has a chance to bounce back, whether by returning to his pop roots or doubling down on his R&B experiment. What do you think? Is Justin Bieber about to reinvent himself and prove everyone wrong, or are we witnessing the decline of his pop dominance? Before we wrap up, I want to give a huge shout out to one of our amazing subscribers, who commented on our last video saying, "Celeb Juices always has the juiciest gossip. I look forward to every upload." Thank you so much. We see your comments, and they make this community so fun. If you haven't subscribed yet, help us reach our goal of 1,000 subs. It's free, and you'll always be the first to get the latest juice on celebrity drama, scandals, and rumors. Don't forget to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and watch another one of our juicy uploads right after this. This has been Celeb Juices, and trust me, there's always more juice on the way.